Hey, welcome to the chow line. I'm Lisa, your favorite Tupper Belle, and I'm not speaking too loud because my Santa is sleeping. He has to work tonight. So I wanted to make sure that the rest of the Santas working with him tonight got a little Christmas spirit. So I decided I would make some not peanut brittle, some pecan brittle, but we're gonna do it in the microwave. I found, Google is my best friend, and I found a recipe that in basically 20 minutes it'll be done. So to get started, I'm using my micro pitcher here, which is it's exclusive. If you don't have one, I have one in my Tupper stash. Just kind of drop me a message and let me know. We need 1 cup of sugar, and I just went to the grocery store the other day, so I filled up my sugar. So 1 cup of white sugar, and you want to mix your sugar, corn syrup, and starch. Okay, so we're going to move the sugar out the way. It calls for 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So there is 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Guys, let me give you a little tip. When you're getting down to the very, very lowest part of it, the sides of the little shaker here are designed to lay flat. So that means that you can go whichever pour side, you can go ahead and lay it to the side, open it up, and grab what you need. Ain't that cool? Alright, so that's it for the quarter, and I need a 1/2 cup of light corn syrup. And to be honest with you, I think that's all I have left. But we are gonna see how much I have. So a 1/2 cup. Hey, I had a little bit more than that. One of the good things about these little measuring cups, if you don't have this new version of the measuring cup, these have a little indentation of where you can pour your liquid without it actually dribbling all over the place. But I do want to get everything out. So I'm going to use the spatula to do that. And we need to mix it, so let me go ahead and mix it. I have never done this, so I will be tickled pink. Again, whenever I wing a recipe and it comes out good, I'm as happy as a lark. If you've ever tried one of my recipes and it failed, I do apologize, because like I said, I wing things all the time. I guess you could say I have a passion for winging. Alright, uncovered for 5 minutes. Alright, so the next step would be alright, so the next step is going to be to stir in our pecans. Now we need a 1.5 cups of pecan halves. Sure. If you're joining me live, let me know what part of the world you are watching for Santa at. If you're catching me on the replay, let me know that too. So a cup and a half of pecan halves. That would make it almost to the top. I'm using micro pitcher. Now, about imagine there's just a few left. Yo, I wing things. We'll take it at all. Now you can probably go ahead and put, you can probably go ahead and put some in the supersonic chopper and chop it up and kind of make it smaller pieces. But I'd be willing to bet that the chopper would actually chop it up too fine, and that's why you want to go with the pecan halves. Alright, so we got 3 minutes. Now, let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm using, I am using Silicone Wonder Mat. This came out like October. It's no longer currently offered, but I do have some in my Tupper stash. So if you don't have one of these, hit me up, drop me a message. I'll reach out to you, and we'll see about getting you one. The Wonder Mat actually, it's been redesigned versus the previous years. You know, your grandma had one. Your grandma probably had one that had all the little circles for the cookies. This one does the same thing, but it also has a measurement for whenever you're rolling out your dough. You can put it in the oven. It'll go up to 400 degrees. No, take that back. 428 degrees. It says so right on here. It can also go into the freezer. And it'll go into the freezer at like -13. I don't have a freeze dryer, but I do have a friend of mine with a freeze dryer. So I don't know if she has ever used her Wonder Mat in the freeze dryer, but I'm itching to find out. So I'll be messaging her later. Now, let's see. The next thing that we would need to do, okay, so once that comes out, we're going to go ahead and dump our pecans in, and we're going to microwave it for another 3 minutes. Like I said, I've never made this, so I'm kind of curious to see how it's going to come out. I'd about imagine that you could do this same process with peanuts or walnuts or almonds. It depends on your nut preference, I guess. Now, Bubba's got to go to work, and he'll probably be leaving somewhere around 4 o'clock. So once this is done, I'll put that in the freezer, probably the freezer outside, and let it go ahead and set, and then I'll break it up and put it into a, you know, Tupperware crystal wave container or something like that that he can go ahead and take to work with him. Ooh, it definitely smells good. So now we want to go ahead and pour up our pecans. We're going to get that. Ooh. If it comes out good, you know I'll be making another batch. Ooh, see, it's already starting to be like candy. imagine that you would want to go ahead and pay attention to your microwave. You can always add more time. You can't take away time. So you always want to add more time. Start little and then work your way up. If your microwave is on its last legs, like my last one was, it took forever for anything to get done. So I kind of still have to play with it with the new microwave because I'm thinking I can get my rice done in, 13 minutes when I probably could get it done in 10. Sometimes it comes out too dry. Now we need the magic is going to come with the baking soda, guys. At least that's what I'm reading. I believe I didn't even do it 3 whole minutes, guys. But we want to go ahead and drop in 1 tablespoon of butter. And we're going to drop in 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Ooh, listen to it sizzle. I'm going to stir this real quick. Get this butter melted. Now, let me go ahead and dry this off because I need a teaspoon of baking soda, and that's where the magic happens. At least that's what I've been told. And mix that up. It'll be foamy. And then we need to go ahead and spoon it in a thin layer on our Wonder Mat. I love my spatula because my spatula can take this heat. I mean, this is candy heat, guys. And I can already tell it's like getting hard. But we are going to go ahead and spread it in a thin layer. I don't know how else you can thin up pecans. All right. I'm anxious to see how it tastes. There you go, guys. I've got a peanut brittle. Can you see it? I have a pecan brittle, not a peanut brittle. I will go ahead and take my picture, like I always do when I do my lives. And in about an hour, I'll post the container full of pecan brittle. Guys, thanks for joining me. Y'all have a super, super festive Christmas. I hope Santa gives you everything you've asked for. Appreciate y'all popping on. And until next time, see y'all later. I'm your favorite Tupper Pal.